Okay, another short video of the NeverEnding driveway project. So in just the last couple days, there is about 9 dump truck loads, and 2 were brought today. Now in Utica, where this is all coming from, they're starting to tear down these brick buildings, and they will be, according to one guy I spoke to, tearing down 79 buildings. And you can see that this material is mixed with, I don't know the percentage, but it's mixed with brick. Now there are some big chunks of clay here, which is not desirable. I don't know if Randy, the guy who's been spreading it for me, will try to pick those out, put them off to the side. Now these 2 were brought, I think, these 2 in here, Friday, and you can see there's quite a bit of clay here. It's pretty intense clay. So, you don't really want clay, you want something that will pass water through it. So I don't know how much is in here, but in reality, if he puts this down first, it'll make a good base. Okay, this is a new phone, and it's an updated OS, Android 9.0, I guess. So stuff is definitely different. Now here's these piles, and the other 6 piles, 6 dump truck loads were delivered Friday. This has got, beyond these giant chunks of concrete, it seems to have more gravel in it. So I called him, and he is going to try to show up today, but we'll see. Now these big chunks of concrete, they could be laid down. Now this is somebody else wrote this, these smaller pieces of concrete. This area needs to be widened a little bit. Just a little bit on the left side there. This could have a little more fill, but I'm going to put 6 inches of a recycled and ground concrete over the top as a finished piece. So right here, so right there, and a couple other pieces. There was this very big, you can see the chunks of wood, river willow, came off in 3 sections, and I decided I'm going to cut it down. At the time, Harriet was kind of upset that I did that. Well, when he does come, Randy, he's got to take his loader and push all this stuff over there. Just for now, just to clear a path through here. So I cut out 3 big chunks, 4 pieces where there were trees at ground level. And hopefully there's no more. So this all has to be pushed way back. There's a fence line, at least to the fence line. I'd like to keep this about 15 feet wide going through here. Okay, there's another tree right here. Had to cut that stump down to pretty much ground level. There's going to be a foot of fill over this. All this brush has to be just pushed back that way. Here's the pink tape showing the boundary line. And then, basically at this point, the road will veer off in that direction at about a 45-degree angle. And we need to make a wide swath here on the corner. So if I need to get a delivery of something from a tractor trailer, they'll have ample room to make the turn. So the driveway will, the edge of it, this curve, will stop right here and go up this way. So that's the plan. They're just starting to, you see those last 2 loads had brick intermingled with whatever else it is. Now they're going to tear down 79 buildings. That's a lot of buildings, and almost all of them are old brick. So old brick like that is a bit softer than, say, new brick, and it makes a good base. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can get this stuff spread in this week. It'd be nice to be able to have the dump trucks drive all the way back here. So you start getting more brick the whole way. That's about 250 feet from the road, and they could put in, oh gosh, probably 20 loads just in that stretch. And I would be really happy with that, because it would finish this and make the turn going up towards the woods about another 50 feet. That's the wettest area. And then we can, well, the plan is to buy as a finished gravel. It's a recycled concrete, and one company in the area is selling this $10 a yard. Oh, sorry, $10 a ton delivered. Now, delivery is quite expensive, so that's quite the deal. So I want to put down about 6 inches of that wherever I'm putting the driveway in. And under that will be driveway fabric, which is a woven polypropylene material that gives you a very stable base for the driveway. It prevents mixing if you're going over a wet area or a very clay area. It prevents the mixing of the upper layer to the bottom layer. It's a separation and stabilization fabric. So these big pieces of concrete, I'm not really worried about it right now. At some point in the future, I will make a pile somewhere and potentially use that. Look at that piece. I mean, that's a big piece. And that's about a foot thick. Anyway, using a excavator, the thumb on the bucket can lift all these up and do something with them. I mean, ideally would be for a base. So it looks quite unsightly, if that's the word I'm looking for. These technically could be used, if they were, with the right equipment, laid in as base material, but not really worried about it right now. And it always could be buried somewhere. Dig a deep hole and bury these pieces. So, it's like, look at that piece there. What do you do with that? That's a big chunk of concrete. Anyway, obviously they were... All right.